The Pluto File. This is Wonder Woman, Season 1, Linda Carter, the one, the only, and the best. We're going to talk about this episode using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2's the best you can get. I really liked this episode. I'm trying to be a bit nitpicky and critically objective if I can. I love this show. One of my favorite shows of all time. Linda Carter is the #1 best ever. So inspirational. Her kindness, beauty, everything in one package. Love her as Wonder Woman. I just want to tell you that this entire show is 10 out of 10, but I mean, realistically, I guess it's not. But when you're looking at it with my eyes, and you're like, wow, this is so cool. But I have been trying to do these videos and try to be realistically objective, but also knowing that it's a product of its time. And there's just the fun factor of having Wonder Woman. And there really hasn't been anything for Wonder Woman. Like, there's no cartoon series, there's no regular animated series. We got the 2 Gal Gadot movies, which I thought both of them were good. And I think she was great, but that Justice League, that was kind of like just too long. It was just weird and long. I didn't really care for her appearances in the other movies. I don't know. I feel like there's no presence of Wonder Woman. Now they're talking about they want to do some Paradise Island show. Like, I just want Wonder Woman. Can we just get a normal, like, just do an animated series? Call me up. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm putting myself out there. I'll do it. All right, let's talk about this. This one, you've got Mr. Brady. It's great to see him in a non-cheesy role. He plays the Falcon, who is a super agent, and he's working for the Nazis, and he's trying to start an earthquake. So there's this reactor that if you ignite it, it's going to blow up. And then they've rigged explosives around the perimeter to blow that up as well. It's just going to be a disastrous mess. I was going to give the storyline like a 1 or a 1.5, but I'm giving it a 2. And the reason I'm giving it a 2 is that there was a lot more going on here. They added this thing where the Falcon has the bubonic plague, and it hasn't affected him yet, but he's spreading it to people as he goes. And I thought, hey, that's cool. There's like this added problem. Firstly, he's after something called the Pluto File, which you're like, okay, that's not the only thing he was after. There's this reactor that we didn't even know about. So the story takes a few turns. First, you're looking at the Pluto File. You're like, oh, what's that about? He wants that. Okay. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. He needs that because he wants to use the information to ignite this reactor to blow up half the city. And then they're putting the bombs. You're like, oh, that's cool. So the story leveled up. Like, it got a little bit more tense. And then you added this bubonic plague going around. I thought, there's a lot of cool elements here. I really liked this story. Blankenship was fine. Like, there was no, I felt it was limited on goofy stuff. Like, it seemed like it was like, okay, this is like pretty badass. And the Falcon was awesome, man. We'll get to the character section. I'm going to give the pacing a 1.5. I thought the pacing was really good in this one as well. I felt that there was a lot of momentum going through the story. I would always like to have a little bit more Wonder Woman action if possible, but still, all in all, I did like the pacing of this one. So that good on that. The artistry, I'm going to give the artistry a 1.5 on this one. There were some pretty good little stunts here. She jumped out of a window, she goes down the stairs and then jumps down. You're like, that looked pretty damn good. So the stunts were a little bit better. Wasn't too many goofy errors. Like, there's been a few episodes now where there's been like weird errors. Like, she'll spin around and then stuff in behind is gone. You're like, wasn't there like a thing there? So weird things like that. I don't think I found any mistakes in this one. I could be wrong. I'm not watching this, with telescopic vision and trying to pick out errors. I'm just, if I notice something. But yeah, everything looked pretty damn good in this one too. I don't know. I thought it was awesome. Characters, 2 out of 2. I really liked the characters here. I thought the Falcon was awesome. I like this sort of like gentleman, spy, and he was using a sniper rifle at one point. That was pretty cool. Yeah, he was a great villain. And it was kind of like a villain, but you thought he was cool too. I don't know. They did a really good character with that guy. I like the Falcon. He was awesome. I also really liked, I thought Steve Trevor was much better here as well. It felt like he had more purpose to do stuff. He's like, all right, let's go. And he felt smarter. Sometimes they're a bit goofy. Blankenship was better here too. Edda wasn't as goofy as she kind of normally is. She was good too. Loved Wonder Woman big time in this one. I love when she's doing the math equations. Again, they keep saying, oh, look, I love Batman, right? Top three characters. Superman's number one, and then probably Wonder Woman, and then Batman. But sometimes Batman and Wonder Woman can flip flop because I love both of them almost equally, pretty much. I care more about Wonder Woman as she's a bit more like special to me, and she's a bit more sacred to me personally. Because growing up, I used to watch Linda Carter and Adam West, and the Adam West show always felt a bit more fun and cool and exciting. But Wonder Woman, it was her kindness that I just felt, from like watching on TV. So I feel a little bit more emotional towards her. But Batman's amazing. But I love the math here. Like, she's smart too, right? Like, Wonder Woman is also smart. This idea that Batman is the smartest and he's the only one, it's like, well, Superman's pretty damn smart. Like, I mean, why? Batman might be slightly smarter in detective work, but Wonder Woman understands stuff too, and I love how she solves the math equation. That was friggin' cool. So yeah, characters were all good in this one. And the enjoyment factor, man, I love this episode. I'm giving it a 2 out of 2. I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. That might seem insane, but I kind of liked it. There's a lot of tension. The bomb going off was good. The plague thing going around was good too. Look, everyone makes it out alive at the end. Everybody's fine. Look, it's a TV show. It's Wonder Woman. Stuff like that's going to happen. So I'm not holding that against it. I really liked this one. I thought it was awesome. So there you go. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this episode. If you like this video, please remember to hit the like button, share the video out, subscribe to the channel, check out the Wonder Woman playlist if you're interested. That's it, everybody. Until next time.